night, Kapeash. Good 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 night, Kapeash. Peace. Good night, Kapeash. Good night, Kapeash. Hey, this is Good Night, Kapeash, where we talk about modern politics and everyday modern things. Before you put you to bed, I am your host, Kapeash. Welcome to the show. Welcome, man. Yeah, welcome everybody. I appreciate y'all coming through. Tonight, I've been working. I think I say this all the time. All content creators are constantly working new projects, new ideas, and stuff like that. I just want to give a shout out to my crew out there that's really coming together. You know what I'm saying? And we're putting things together that I could never imagine putting together. I got new projects coming together, new people coming. It's so many things out there that you can get your hands on. Yeah, Tuesday stock market is really going down. A lot of things are really putting together, and I appreciate everybody stopping through, coming through, sharing out the content. Shout out to Bookface, shout out to X, shout out to YouTube. People stopping through. I'm always highly appreciated. You know, I just want to start off by saying that because there's no telling what we could have been doing or getting into, and yet again, I have a lot of y'all stopping through, rocking with your boy, and once again, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be anywhere, y'all could do anything, but yet again, y'all here with me. I know a lot of things have been going on in the news with the war, Iran. I've been doing a lot of debates. I haven't really broken it down on here. We did break it down on here when we first discovered it. Talked about it. I had a nice group of people up in here commenting. Please don't forget to put the comments. I will say hi to all the people that put the comments in the comment section. We also can pop up on the board so we can read it. Okay. I just want to go down over this brief summary real fast with you guys because of the simple fact it's been a lot. I haven't been able to cover a lot. So let's just go over this just brief intro of all the things that are going on. You know what I'm saying? This was just dropped earlier, not that long ago. So without further ado, I just want to get into this just so we can get a catch up of what's been going on.
Breaking news tonight as we come on the air. The strikes intensifying on Iran. The war spreading across the region as NATO shoots down a missile. Plus Americans trapped and terrified trying to get out. The dramatic escalation, a U.S. torpedo blowing up and sinking an Iranian warship. New explosions inside of Iran as the U.S. aims to destroy missile launchers. The Iranian drone shooting across a golf course in Dubai. NATO air defenses knocking out this missile headed for Turkey. Will other Western countries be dragged into the spiraling conflict? Chaos and confusion for Americans stranded in the Middle East. You'll see one father's desperate effort to get back home for his son's first birthday as drones force airspace into lockdown. Is U.S. military help on the way? President Trump's wartime decision. Our new reporting on the pivotal phone call that set strikes into motion. Shocking testimony on the Hill. Homeland Security Secretary Christine Noem asked if she had a sexual relationship with top aide Corey Lewandowski. Her response tonight. Plus, why was Attorney General Pam Bondi just subpoenaed to testify over the Epstein files? A plane crashing into a neighborhood, slamming into homes before landing in the backyard. What we know about those on board. The DNA match on a glove found near Nancy Guthrie's home, who police say it belongs to. The high-speed chase sending a car airborne and skidding upside down on a highway. Nightly News starts right now.
When you say that you have missed a lot of reporting, a lot of things that was going on, that was just their reporting. Jesus. Yeah. There's a lot of things that's going on, bro. Pray. And I just had a good conversation of people that wants change, and I get it. Everybody wants change. There's nothing wrong with one change. There's nothing wrong with it. Trust me when I say there's nothing wrong. The thing is are we really looking at change for what it truly is compared to what it really isn't? And that's somewhat of my question. I'm just looking up this article real quick that we're going to go into some of that stuff. They just explained, but yet again, it won't let me. Oh, well. Some of these news report was wild.
To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a concept and a way to record it.
Let's go a little bit further deeper
Here's
into
how it
the
works.
war that's going
First, go to
on
Riverside.
and stuff like that.
There hasn't been a video like this.
I think that's probably where we should most likely start off with news and coverage.
With you. We've got this story covered from here to the Middle East, and we start tonight with Richard Engel in Tel Aviv.
There hasn't been a video like this in decades. A periscope showing the massive blast after an American sub destroyed an Iranian Navy ship. It's the first time since World War II an American sub sunk an enemy ship with a torpedo.
Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15. And we're going to continue to do well.
As the Pentagon describes sweeping success in the war's first 4 days.
Only the United States of America could lead this, only us. But when you add the Israeli Defense Forces, a devastatingly capable force, the combination is sheer destruction for our radical Islamist Iranian adversaries. They are toast, and they know it.
The Pentagon released videos of U.S. strikes on Iranian missile launch.
Now, a lot of people I've been hearing that they were like, he don't know what he's talking about. Trump is delusional and stuff like that. You hear these reports all the time. But then when you see this is something you see this. Now check this out, y'all. This
Iranian situation is a case in point.
that this country sits back and allows a country such as Iran to hold our hostages, to my way of thinking, is a horror.
You're advocating that we should have gone in there with troops, etc., and brought our boys out.
I absolutely feel that, yes. I don't think there's any question, there's no question in my mind. I think right now would be an oil-rich nation. I think this country is responsible for that war by its own weaknesses. If we were respected, properly respected as a country and as a people and as a nation, I don't think that you would have the war going on right now between Iran and Iraq.
Would you like to be the president of the United States?
I really don't believe I would, Ronna.
Why wouldn't you dedicate yourself to public service?
Because I think it's a very mean life. I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life. And I also see it that somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
Then when are we going to get somebody who might be good?
I don't know.
Things that you say amongst your friends and family that you feel is right or wrong, things that you see in your neighborhood that you be like, I'm not with that. I don't feel like that is cool. I don't think that's part of my ideology. These are things that you normally hear people say every day, but yet again, they don't have the ritual to want to stand on it. They don't have the belief system, easily have to understand because there's a new generation, a new way of thinking coming in. And I get it. There's always going to be a new age of thinking, but you have to be able to mix the new with the old. I think that is essential, very exclusive to how we move forward. Don't forget about the past, understand the past, acknowledge the past, but yet again, move forward accordingly. Not just because a section is growing, not just because you see people that's taking advantage of a section, oh, it's money involved, let me just grow. No, that doesn't make sense at all. We need to put ourselves in a situation. We need to think critically when it comes to very, very strategic violence that is going on here in America. Understand that our people in other countries that we are fighting for as American citizens, so we have to be strategic. I'm play this report real quick. I was just getting it ready.
Thank you. The Trump administration today saying they're working to get thousands of Americans stranded in the region out. And with drone attacks crippling commercial air travel, they may start using military planes. Keir Simmons is in Dubai.
Travelers across the region terrified by moments like this. Video obtained by NBC News today. A Dubai golf course, then a killer drone cruising overhead Sunday. After drones and missile attacks shut down airspace and led to tens of thousands of flight cancellations across the region. Today, the White House insisting it is working to get Americans home, saying they are chartering flights free of charge and opening up seats on military planes.
The Trump administration will not rest until every American is home safely.
Cody Green, desperate to get back to Tampa from Dubai. He says packing for a flight feels like Groundhog Day.
I've done this a few times already.
Headed to the airport, only to find his flight cancelled.
It's my son's first birthday today, and the party is on Sunday. I told my wife I would be home in time. I promised her.
So tonight, he went back again.
All right, we're here, Dubai International Airport. It's a little crazy. A lot of people.
Making his way through the crowded airport.
Well, we made it through. Security and customs was a total zeros, but that's A-okay. We're heading home.
Green says he tried to get government help.
I feel betrayed and left out to dry by my own government, who started this whole thing without any plan in place to get their own people out.
Lisa Thompson and her young children, who says she's heard drones over her house in Dubai.
Really intense.
Says the hotline Secretary Rubio told people to call for help was disappointing.
To be honest, the information that we've received from the U.S. has been pretty poor.
The White House says it has now fixed the hotline.
Kira, it's clear there's still confusion out there. Is there any sign more commercial flights will start to open up soon?
No, it's not over yet, Tom. We're just hearing that hundreds more flights have been cancelled for tomorrow. But that dad trying to get home to Tampa to his son's first birthday, he's just told us, Tom, he's boarded. He's on his way home. Tom?
We hope he makes it. All right, Kira, we thank you for that. Now to our new reporting on the timeline of the president's decision to strike Iran. Garrett Hake joins us from the White House. Garrett, we learned a lot about a key.
Keep those guys in our prayers. Hopefully they make it home safely to America. I do understand that it is tragic. I don't appreciate that. You know, it's hard for them to communicate with our citizens, bringing our citizens home. Yes, I do think they need to step up and do a lot better, a whole lot better, especially if they wasn't warned. There was no real true strategy to get them out. That is sad. That is saddening from this administration. People would love to hear me on TikTok admit this, but yeah, this is a sad part if this is true. I know there's going to be a lot of coverage coming out of this. I will be covering this as deeply and as much as I possibly can to make sure that American citizens over there in Iraq and Iran get home safely, cover this deeply, especially because this is part of my administration. I voted for this administration, so I do want this administration to step up and do what it takes to get American troops home. Okay. I don't want to play around with other people's lives in another country just because, on some just because. That's not cool. That's not what we're here for. That's not what we are about. Okay.
Phone call the president received?
That's right, Tom. A senior U.S. official tells us Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called President Trump last Monday, relaying intel that the Ayatollah would be meeting with his top advisors on Saturday, making them all vulnerable to a single strike. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told me today that that call impacted the timeline, but that President Trump was already inclined to act as negotiations with Iran faltered. She also told me that she believes the American public supports this mission. But tonight, our new NBC News poll shows a majority of Americans, 54%, disapprove of the president's handling of Iran, with just 41% approving. Those numbers mostly break along partisan lines, but with just 28% of independents approving. Tom?
Garrett Hake for us at the White House. Garrett, thank you.
Let you know, a lot of people do actually realize and have probably looked up and heard other past presidents talk bad about this war, that this war had needed to be done, and it was going to be sooner or later before anything bad was going to happen with this war, like it or not. I think that's what we're really seeing at the moment. So, you know, you just hope for the best. You know, you hope that, you know, Rubio and them gets the job done. Do it safely as possible. Watch out for the snakes. You know what I'm saying? We over here in America got to watch out for the sleeper cells and stuff like that. Understandable. I also want to go into this Christy Knowles allegation. That was very interesting when I think now what Christy Knowles. Like, come on, man. I hear about
tonight, embattled Homeland Security.
When I hear about distractions and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, well, I have a bunch of people that were like, this war is a distraction from the Epstein's file and stuff like that. And I laughed at it because they were just like hilarious. And people are still pushing this Epstein file and they want justification, which I get it. I'm with you on the justification part of the Epstein file. I'm with everybody when it comes to getting the truth about the Epstein file. But I will not just keep repeatedly pointing fingers at one person just because I feel some type of way about a person. Yet again, this Christy Knowles allegation coming out of nowhere. Let's see what's going on.
Security Secretary Kristi Noem confronted over allegations she's having a sexual relationship with former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, who serves as an unconfirmed special governmental employee.
Have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski?
Mr. Chairman, I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee.
Noem offended by the question, but never directly answering it.
I really think you need to say the word no into the record so that you can clear that up.
I think the ridiculousness of this and the tabloids that you are quoting and referencing are insane. And this has been something that I've refuted for years, and I continue to do that.
Noem also forced to defend the department's $200 million ad campaign with the secretary as the star.
You budgeted an astonishing $220 million for media consultant contracts so you can star in self-promoting photo shoots and lavish ad campaigns.
The secretary also cornered on NBC News' reporting over her seeking approval for the purchase of a $70 million luxury jet with taxpayer funds. The DHS says the plane was intended to save taxpayer money.
Wouldn't it have been cheaper just to buy a deportation plane in the first place?
Democrats accusing her of steering more than $140 million to a marketing company with a tie to her political apparatus. Something Noem defended.
All done correctly.
14 billion impressions from that marketing campaign.
Sure.
It was money spent in this country and in 8 different countries that illegal migration was coming from.
Madam Secretary,
overwhelmingly effective.
We all understand the argument that you've made.
And Ryan, it's busy there tonight.
It sounds like we really need to get inside that hearing and listen to that and see, did they really actually let her speak? When they asked her these questions, did they grill her and put her in a position to where she had no time to speak? I can just imagine that they had her on that podium and didn't give her time to speak. Excuse me. I can just imagine that's the way it went. Now, you know, my girl, I pray to take I was on a job.
Reagan.
So, I do apologize, but I do want to hear this press secretary briefing real quick. Oh my God, I just know this is going to be a classic.
Thanks, Caroline. Prior to the Iran conflict, the SAVE Act was really the focus of the news cycle. Is the SAVE Act still a priority for the administration?
Absolutely.
Could you just provide an update on the administration's talks with Congress to get the SAVE Act through?
SAVE Act is absolutely still a priority for this president and the administration. The focus, of course, of much of the president's time right now is on ensuring the success of Operation Epic Fury, but the president can walk and chew gum at the same time, and he's very much continuing to focus on the issues that matter here at home for the American people, including the passage of the SAVE Act, including on bringing down the cost of living, which is why you'll see the president in about an hour and a half at the Ratepayer Protection Pledge Roundtable, where he will be sitting with big tech companies, with AI companies, who are building in communities across the country and have pledged to pick up the cost of the electricity tab in these small towns and communities across the country, which is a great thing for American consumers. So you'll be hearing from the president directly on this very important domestic agenda item later this afternoon. And it's something that he mentioned in his State of Union address. So check it off the list as another promise made and kept by this president. Sure, go ahead.
Thanks, Caroline. I just wanted to get back to Danny's question. So those 4 objectives that you read out do not explicitly include regime change. If those objectives were achieved and the Islamic Republic still existed, would that be an acceptable outcome?
It's a hypothetical question that I'm not going to engage in. Again, right now, the president and the commander-in-chief are focused on executing the success of Operation Epic Fury, which we are already doing so in a very tremendous and impressionable way. Stephen.
Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions. The Trump administration reportedly is considering arming Kurdish forces in the hopes of inspiring a popular uprising in Iran. Could you comment on that report?
I could comment on the fact that the president has held many calls with partners, allies, and leaders in the region, in the Middle East. He did speak to Kurdish leaders with respect to our base that we have in northern Iraq. But as for any report suggesting that the president has agreed to any such plan is completely false and should not be written.
President Trump was saying yesterday that he is okay with someone from within taking over in Iran. He spoke about how Venezuela he saw as a successful model where Delcy Rodriguez took over and had a better relationship. Iran's President Pezeshkian, he took office in 2024 as a relative reformer. He's part of a 3-man council now replacing the supreme leader. Does President Trump see him as a potential successor who is more pliable?
Again, that's another hypothetical, and I haven't spoken to the president about this specific individual, so I don't want to get ahead of him on any assessments that should be made.
Thank you. Yesterday, the president acknowledged that oil prices will be a bit high. As for gas prices here in the U.S., what is the admin doing right now to counter that? I mean, should they skyrocket? Is there a plan to help Americans right now with those higher gas prices? And then a second question. On the rash that was on the president's neck, the White House physician said it was a preventative skin cream that he was using, but why is the president using this cream? What are they trying to prevent with this cream?
To your second question, I don't have anything additional to add to the physician statement that we provided to all of you on those questions, but I know the statement said that the redness on the neck will dissipate within the next couple of weeks. To your first question about oil prices, thank God we have a president who has exuded American energy dominance over the past year, an administration that is wholeheartedly focused on keeping prices stable as best as we can. Of course, this operation is temporary to protect the homeland, but crude oil prices did fall yesterday. They remain stable today after the president announced steps to ensure the stability in global energy markets. Again, those include the DEC offering reasonably priced political risk insurance and the potential for the U.S. Navy to provide protection for the flow of energy through the Strait of Hormuz. It is the president's belief and his economic team's belief that the economy continues to be very strong. It's robust and will be able to weather any of the temporary impacts of Operation Epic Fury. John.
Confidence. Standing up for your president, man. We need more of that. I love saying that every time. And stuff like that. But then, I got the hiccups, y'all. It's kicking my tail. It's just kicking.
You haven't listened?
I
type it in, and
He
then you
does
go
about
take
Desmond
it.
Crack.
Now it's time for lefties losing it. Don't you
Oh yeah, I gotta go over this, y'all.
love it when the left fall flat on their hypocritical faces? Well, that's what happened in Manchester when a morning event for the Ayatollah was crashed by Iranians celebrating his death. Oh, we love to see it. And they're holding a Trump picture. They love him. And how about Kamala Harris getting walloped by this Iranian?
He has put American troops in harm's way. I unequivocally oppose this war of choice.
But I have to say, I am tired of seeing some politicians here in America, especially Democrats, making this about their own politics, scoring political points like Kamala Harris. Suddenly, she kept quiet about the massacre. Suddenly, she found a voice.
Yes, Kamala found her voice and probably a bottle of wine. Well, the representative for Somalia, aka Ilhan Omar, has proven once again why she is a much better fit for Mogadishu than she is America. Here she was on the floor of the House, desperately trying to halt Donald Trump's action against Iran.
Is unilaterally dragging this nation into an illegal and unjustified war with Iran. As someone who survived the horrors of war, I know that bombs do not build peace or create stability. Military strikes will not make us safer.
I mean, she actually has the audacity to stand in front of America and lecture, because to me it seems that she hates the US. Now, I know that you're going to love...
Y'all got these hiccups so bad they kicking my... It's almost ruining the show for me, but the show must go on. And what I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show this off real fast. Because we hear about a lot of people from Cali coming out here, and we want to remind them that, hell, don't forget. Oops, I ain't want to do that. I want to remind them, don't forget that, hey, that don't California, my Nevada. We don't want to look like this shithole over here. You see, we look nice, clean, busy, creating jobs, being Americans, you know what I'm saying, diverse. We don't want all that trash and bullness that comes with it.
Imagine how we are appreciate our country, our people. I'm really appreciate. We love you. Thank you, Mr. President Trump. God bless you. God bless America. Thank you, Mr. President. Dear Mr. President Trump.
Trump, kill Khamenei. I'm so happy. Thanks, Trump. Thanks, Trump. You are the best man in the world. I love you, Trump.
I want to have a big thanks to President Trump for keeping his promise and freeing people of Iran that has nothing to do with this government, with this terrorist government.
Love you, Trump.
You can't tell me don't get no better than that. You know something big coming out of this. Like, stop playing. What is the water bubbling? Hell no. I guess that's how you catch them, baby. That's crazy. My boy caught him all, homie. able to feed itself for weeks. And so this behavior like this must be condemned and stopped. Look, get that boy off that girl. Get up, little boy. What's this, in Africa some damn where? Where the hell is that? Yeah, I see why people are showing us the world and stuff.
It is intense. As you can see, we have celebrities in the building, and we are ready to go. Tip is first, and he is ready in position. 50 does not look worried. A charge up. Wow, great impact. Look at the support from his wife. T.I. trying to keep his composure. Even his gremlin son King is here. 50 seems to be laughing off the punch. Here he goes up next. Tip is still excited and pumped. 50 looking very confident. His hand out, ready to go for his turn. Tip is still holding it together. Let's see. Oh my God! He slapped the sonic rings out of his ass. His wife can't even believe it. Look at this. She faints down on the ground. Tip is on another planet. 50 still extremely confident. Look at the slow motion play. I can't believe Rick Ross gets up. He's going to start something with 50. Oh no. You know they don't get along. He was Diddy's old boyfriend. Jesus, slap the dog shit out of him. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. John Wall comes in. He wants a piece. 50 wasting no time, drops him on the ground. Now Tip doing some weird Doctor Strange shit, gets out of his body and floats out the arena.
What is going to see? This is why I'm so glad I'm not really into this hip hop thing, dog. Because this hip hop stuff is going totally overboard. Oh, what in the hell is this? You ain't messing with the police. You don't know me for the homies. You not messing with the police. I'm from the show me. Homie, you don't know me. That show look like what it just happened, boy. Keep messing with these kind folks. And she dropped 40, but 40 with an L on, man. 40 with an L, y'all. 40 with an L. What the hell? Shaboing, boing, bing. Like, you know she finna do something. I'm not even finna watch that for y'all. Uh-oh. Where my boy? Oh, okay. I see something right there in the wild. Was it where my boy swimming too? Uh-oh. Dottieville.
Oh my
Dottieville. Oh, it's the fact that you hear everybody leaving up out of there at that moment too. What is this? Told that boy get down on the ground. That boy at a dentist's office. What? Oh, what the hell? My boy. Hell nah. That mother too dirty. Oh, Lord. Y'all know this is a Trump video.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. We started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
Wider.
I was just fooling about. I wasn't. Say when.
Damn. 80-year-old store owner uses a shotgun to tear off. All right, go ahead, Granny. Nah, Grandpa, I want to hear this. Come on, man.
I'm not going to wait. I knew, and he's pointing the gun directly at me. It was a half second, 3/4 of a second. I'm not going to wait. I just did what I had to do. I would always protect my employees, my customers, myself. This instance, fortunately, I was here by myself, so I only had to worry about that. I took care.
Donkey boy. Miss. Well, damn. Just strolling down the block, riding. What in the hell? Well, they found some sharp ass shit in the bushes. Was that a blowfish? Damn. That was a boy. Damn. See, this is why you gotta be careful on beaches. I feel like he planted those. I don't know. That was too easy. Girls basketball back in the day. NCAA back in the day. I've seen this so many times, boy. You don't try to ride with my That boy say, you ready to die? Huh? Anything to keep us away from the Epstein files. And if that's the case, I am down for it. Keep me away from hearing people say the most ridiculous shit ever. I'm tired of hearing it. It's getting on my nerves. I really am. I so am. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I'm just, after a while, you just get a little frustrated with the stuff that you hear, especially with the Epstein file. Yeah, Monday through Friday, I got the show. We're going live. We're going hard. I'm bringing more to the. Man, I just got the hiccups, and it's messing up the show. I'm so sorry. Okay, so stay tuned. Stay focused. We're coming. I'm coming. Shirts, merch. I actually finna get into some things, man. I'm gonna just take time, keep doing the thing, keep focusing, staying in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time that you're watching this. I appreciate y'all stopping through. This is your boy Kapeash.